Smart Takes tonight. We're back. A warning from Walmart. Is the mega retailer encouraging its employees to vote Republican in the fall? It is a front page story in today's Wall Street Journal, and it's sparking a lot of reaction on the web as well today. And our panel's back to talk about it. Joe, Susan, John, and Rachel. The Wall Street Journal reports this. Walmart has been holding mandatory meetings for store managers and supervisors, warning that a Democratic victory in November could lead to their stores being unionized and consequently hefty union dues, strikes without compensation, even possible job cuts. Today, Walmart vehemently denied that it was trying to influence its employees' votes, but one Walmart supervisor says the message was clear, telling the Journal, quote, "The meeting leader said, I am not telling you how to vote, but if the Democrats win, this bill will pass and you won't have a vote on whether you want a union. I'm not a stupid person. They were telling me how to vote." A Walmart spokesman told the AP today, "Half of our political action committee contributions are to members of each party. We regularly educate our associates on issues which impact our company, and this is an example of that. We stand ready to work with the new Congress and whoever is elected president." The impact of all of this on the race, NBC's own First Read calls it a shot across the bow of big labor and says this could fire up the unions whose power has been waning. John Harwood, your take on it?
Well, look, the line they're trying to maintain, Walmart is the same line between so-called issue advocacy and express advocacy. It's against the law to tell hourly employees how to vote, but it's not against the law to tell them, we think this bill would be bad for our company and therefore bad for you. That's what Walmart says they're doing. Unions say they crossed the line. They're telling people how to vote. And it's not just Walmart, David. It's a lot of American businesses are very concerned about this legislation that Barack Obama supports, Democrats have been pushing, that would make it easier to organize unions. It has to do with how you vote to organize a union. And this is widespread across the business community. I suspect it will be difficult to enact under any circumstances because it could be subject to a filibuster, but that's what we're talking about, and it's, as I said, it's not just Walmart.
Rachel, is there an impact here, in turn, a grassroots impact among union, among big labor generally, that has now galvanized them into action?
I agree with the First Read take on this, that this could really galvanize big labor, and this could be a big labor. I mean, it's a way to galvanize people who want this to pass, letting you know what the opposition is. Honestly, if you wanted to define sort of a classroom stereotypical example of how to explain the difference between the two parties in this country, this would be the thing you'd make up, except people would probably laugh at it as a stereotype. I mean, this is Walmart executives telling their employees to vote for Republicans because Democrats like unions. I mean, maybe the big impact of this is that it'll finally start making clear to the American people what the real difference is between Democrats and Republicans in this country at a time when, for so many other reasons, it sometimes seems blurred.
Joe, you've got Walmart. It's kind of on the vanguard of a lot of these issues that are important in the campaign. Healthcare, and now the issue of unionization in big companies.
I think it makes sense to make your employees aware of the consequences of their vote. Clearly, you have a nominee apparent, a Democratic nominee apparent, who is saying what he'll do if elected president of the United States. He said with regards to that $1,000 gift he'll give away, it's going to come on the back of a $16 billion windfall profits tax on oil companies. He said that he's going to raise taxes on capital gains, almost double the rate of tax on capital gains. He's going to raise corporate taxes and payroll taxes and so on and so forth. So people ought to be aware of exactly what a presidency means, if it's a Democratic presidency or a Republican presidency. That's helpful for voters to know. That way they can make an informed decision and not just one based on passion.
He hasn't said he'll raise corporate taxes.
He hasn't?
No.
Well,
Sorry.
he's saying that
campaigning that he'll lower them.
Thinking he'll raise corporate taxes. I mean, right now he's kind of backtracked on that. This is part of his move to be a little bit more centrist.
He does want a windfall tax, though. He said that today, a windfall tax on the oil companies.
Absolutely right.
Most Americans.
All right,
and he does want to raise taxes on capital gains and dividends.
Yes, he does.